General William Tecumseh Sherman's March to the Sea, a pivotal event during the American Civil War, remains etched in history as a symbol of the harsh realities of war and its long-lasting effects. In November 1864, following the fall of Atlanta, Sherman embarked on this infamous march, stretching approximately 300 miles from Atlanta to Savannah, Georgia. His strategy, known as scorched earth, was not just about defeating Confederate forces. It was a psychological campaign designed to break the South's will to fight. As Sherman's 62,000 soldiers advanced, they left a trail of destruction in their wake, burning crops, confiscating supplies, destroying railways, and decimating infrastructure. Towns like Atlanta and Savannah felt the brunt of this devastation. Sherman's approach was unapologetically brutal, symbolizing his belief that the only way to end the war was to make it so horrific that further resistance would seem futile. The capture of Atlanta was more than just a military triumph. It was the prelude to a larger, more destructive campaign. Before embarking on his march to the sea, Sherman ordered the evacuation of Atlanta's civilian population. Following this, much of the city was systematically destroyed. This was not merely incidental damage from combat. It was a deliberate act of war. Sherman's forces burned warehouses, railroad depots, munitions factories, and other infrastructure that could aid the Confederate war effort. The destruction in Atlanta was extensive. Factories, railroads, and businesses were reduced to ruins. The exact dollar amount of the destruction is hard to quantify in today's terms, as the economic landscape of the 19th century was vastly different. Contemporary estimates of the damage were also likely influenced by the political and emotional context of the time. However, it's clear that the financial impact was substantial, contributing significantly to the weakening of the Confederacy's war capabilities. The loss of Atlanta's resources and manufacturing capacity was a critical blow to the Confederate States. In addition to its immediate wartime effects, the burning of Atlanta had long-term consequences. It signaled the severity of Sherman's scorched earth policy and foreshadowed the destruction that would be wrought on other parts of the South. The psychological impact on the Confederate States was profound, as the fall and burning of Atlanta demonstrated the reach and power of the Union Army. This event has since become an iconic symbol of the Civil War, embodying the harsh realities of conflict and the transformative power of military strategy. The impact of Sherman's march was profound and multifaceted. Economically, it devastated the southern states, many of which struggled to recover for decades. The destruction of agricultural resources and infrastructure crippled the South's economic backbone, leaving deep scars that would linger well into the future. Psychologically, the march had an equally significant impact. It broke the spirit of the Confederate populace, showcasing the Union's overwhelming might and the futility of resistance. Sherman himself, aware of the brutality of his tactics, warned that war is inherently cruel, and his march embodied this philosophy. The South, with its romantic notions of war, was confronted with a grim and devastating reality. In the annals of American history, Sherman's March to the Sea stands as a stark reminder of the brutalities of war and its enduring consequences. Thanks for watching.